Ronan's factory had spit out the old Bill series again, but this time they weren't meant to work as product. They were bait. 4 old bagger bikes stood near his factory in Cypress Flats like the 4 horsemen of his own apocalypse, cheap envelopes on wheels. The first batch of dirt was headed for Pillbox Hill. When you're carrying paper lies through the heart of Los Santos, the asphalt under your wheels starts feeling thinner. Every traffic light is a risk. Every police patrol is a potential shootout. But Ronan knew one thing. When money stops moving, it starts smelling like its owner's blood. The truck was waiting for him like a mobile confessional. The bagger disappeared inside, and with it, the first piece of bait moved into the city. No handshakes, no names, just a shadow exchange between people who never meet in the light. No way programmed its cars to keep people like Ronan out. Smart choice. Ronan doesn't like it when a machine refuses to be useful, so he simply found a driver made of flesh and blood, threw him out of reality, and headed back towards Cypress Flats. The second bagger was waiting by the factory, and the old Bill series rolled back into the city. Alta was the next stop, a district where the rich pretend they don't know exactly where their money comes from. The elite loves buying dirty paper in clean neighborhoods because nobody there asks where your cash came from. The city looks clean, but Ronan was carrying poison straight into its veins. This route felt like a conveyor belt, where every stop brings you closer to the ending. The main thing is not to stare into the mirrors too long, because that's where you can always see what's been chasing you since the beginning of the case. Second truck, second vanished bike, second deal with no witnesses. The second knot tied itself just as quietly as the first. 2 bikes delivered, 2 districts got their envelopes. Ronan doesn't wait for a cab, ask for a ride, or negotiate with the city for convenience. The city is used to someone occasionally borrowing a stranger's car without permission. 2 bikes left. Someone wanted to remind Ronan he was being watched, firing wide on purpose to make a point. We can reach you anywhere, we just don't want to yet. Ronan didn't bother hiding because his fear of rockets had already atrophied back in the first biker war.
Where the hell did he go? You fool! We're gonna get it! What an idiot! Hit the deck!
The third bagger headed for the Tataviam Mountains, where the asphalt ends and the questions get simpler. The mountains hide just as much dirt as any back alley in the ghetto. Out among the canyons, old money was being traded for new sins without unnecessary witnesses, and Ronan was bringing them another piece of bait. The road into the mountains always looks like an escape, but Ronan was heading straight into it. He wasn't running from the city. He was dragging its dirtiest threads behind him, testing how much tension they could take. Third truck, third bike, third knot in the network. Another piece of bait dissolved into the system Vinewood runs on. The trap was closing, but the question was still open. Exactly who was it closing around? Ronan doesn't waste time on transportation plans because he has a fist and a very flexible understanding of ownership. One bagger remained, one last envelope, and the nastiest address of them all.
Watch it! Oh, shit.
Last bike, last envelope. West Vinewood was waiting for its dose of poison the way it always does, with hunger hidden behind a glossy facade. Ronan was riding in with bills meant to provoke the people who thought they were untouchable. The final chord of this counterfeit march. The fourth bagger disappeared inside the truck, and the trap finally snapped shut. All 4 pieces of bait were in place, and now all we had to do was wait to see which rat would crawl out toward the smell first. After the 4th bike, Ronan didn't go back to Motopapi. He headed deep into Vinewood Hills. My house had stopped being just a house a long time ago. Now it was headquarters, where even night had no right to silence.
This porch is not a smoking area, pal.
This. Oh!
Four bikes, 4 districts, and not a single shot fired back. That's scarier than if they'd sent people after us. Vinewood is quiet, and when Vinewood goes quiet, it means somebody's already digging a grave somewhere.
The pink meth moved through old roots. The hippies and the altruists may have become cheap transfer points for someone else's product. They don't raise flags at customs, and they don't call the cops. Perfect logistics for people who want to look clean.
Dax is already itching for a fight because this pink garbage is undercutting his prices and poisoning Los Santos without his permission. He's been saying for a while that those camps are open doors for every kind of filth. If those vans in the hippie camp and the altruist freaks camp are packed with this new chemistry, me and the Fooligans are going to give Blaine County a fireworks show it's never seen before.
Tell Dax the right moment has arrived. Go with him, Troy. Destroy every van in the hippie commune and the altruist camp. Don't leave a single one standing. Burn it all. The vans, the equipment, the product.
Troy and Dax, among hippies and altruists, sounds like the start of a joke that ends with the fire department showing up. But if those vans are full of pink garbage, then yeah, they really should burn.
Burning vans in the middle of a hippie camp is almost a spiritual experience. Dax is gonna love it. Consider those vans already on fire, Loro.
Dax and Troy are the kind of combination that gives normal people a nervous twitch. But when someone else's product needs to be burned on someone else's turf, nobody does it better.
It's you.
Light the fuse, Dax. We're going to torch the vans of those grass-fed hippies and the crazy altruists up in the hills.
The hippie commune by the Ron Alternate's wine farm always felt like a place where time stopped at the worst festival in history. They thought they were children of nature, but really, they were just unpaid guards for Vinewood's pink filth. Troy brought them a very different kind of enlightenment. Peaceful people rarely stay peaceful when someone starts burning their business. The camp turned out to be more than a bunch of romantics with guitars. It was a transfer point where pacifism made excellent camouflage for dirty product. The hippies thought they were protecting their little paradise, but they were really covering a route that reached far above their tents. The tents burned just as bright as their dreams of free love. Troy was cleaning out this filth methodically. If you let Vinewood's business into your home, you'd better be ready for that home to turn to ash. The first phase ended faster than the hippies could remember their slogans. Dax's van moved on, leaving nothing behind but smoke from a burned-out utopia. But this was only half of our plan. What was left of the convoy tried to run, but the road wasn't on their side. Troy turned the highway into a quick lesson. If you're moving someone else's poison, don't count on a second chance. The last hippie car disappeared from the route as pointlessly as it had appeared. Ahead were the altruists, people who had proven long ago that the word community in Blaine County can mean anything except humanity. When you drive into the mountains, the air gets cleaner, but the atmosphere gets heavier. The road to the altruists was never a route for random tourists, and Troy wasn't going there to enjoy the view. They didn't hide their sins under flowers and music here. They simply didn't consider sin a problem. They didn't know yet that tonight their sacrificial fires wouldn't burn for ritual, but to cover the tracks of someone else's drug trade. The vans burned one after another, and with them burned the route someone had built through other people's savagery and old fears. If the pink product was moving through this path, then today that path ended in fire. Troy drove away, leaving those cannibals with...
All right, I want to propose a toast to the newest member of our troop. As soon as I saw you, I knew you're one of our kind of people. Freshiest Metasaurus! Freshiest Metasaurus!